Hey guys, welcome to my legal classes. This is Ganesh Pujari, and in the series of company law, from my last video we have started discussing on the nature and characteristics of company. In my first video I have covered as many as 17 such nature and characteristics, and I told as the list was exhaustive I will cover them in 5-6 videos so that we can discuss in detail all of those concepts, because most of the time each of those nature or features are asked as independent questions for 5 marks. So we need to have clarity, and that's why we are discussing them video by video. And in this first video I am going to cover as many as 3 such concepts. They are: company is a voluntary association, company is a registered organization or a legal person, and company is formed or closed under Companies Act. In this video we are going to cover as many as 3 such aspects, and in some videos I might just cover one with lot of case laws. It becomes so because few of those aspects are very important. For this video we are going to cover as many as 3 of them, and from my next slide let's try understand them one by one. This is the slide which we have already seen in our last presentation, where we have listed as many as 17 nature and characteristics of company, and further we have divided them under 3 headings. They are: who is company, scope of company, and how do they perform. Under who is company, we have listed as many as 6 points, and we are discussing 3 of those nature and characteristics in this video. That is, company is a voluntary organization, company is registered organization or a legal person, and company is formed or closed under Companies Act. Come, let's discuss them one by one in next 3 slides. The first nature and characteristics that we are discussing in this series is: company is a voluntary organization. Yes, company is formed voluntarily. The prescribed number of members come together to form the company, and such members come together voluntarily. There can't be any force, fraud, etc. I will discuss the number of members required to form a company in my next slide. One more thing, while we should know and remember that every company is a voluntary organization, we should also remember that not every voluntary organization is a company. There are so many other voluntary organizations which are formed under trusts, societies, registered as non-governmental organizations or famously known as NGOs, foundations, cooperatives, governmental and quasi-governmental organizations, trade unions, etc. While those are also voluntary associations, they are surely not companies. Why so? The answer is simple. These organizations that I have mentioned are covered under acts like Trust Act, Societies Registration Act, Trade Union Act, etc. But company is a voluntary association registered under Companies Act, and that also takes us to the second nature. Let's discuss that in my next slide. The second nature and characteristics that we are covering here is: company is a registered organization or company is a legal person. Where does company get such status? The answer is simple. Company comes to life by getting registered under Companies Act, and Companies Act defines all the legalities to get registered. Like for example, as of now, that is in the year 2023, to register a public company, minimum 7 members are required, and to form a private company, minimum 2 members are required. However, there is a provision for one person company or OPC, which we shall discuss in detail while discussing Section 3 of Companies Act. The registering process of the company will have 2 major stages. They are formation state and compliance and regulatory requirements. While formation includes activities like fulfilling legal requirements such as drafting and filling the necessary documents, including the company's article of association or memorandum of association, etc. The compliance and regulation includes filling annual financial statements, holding shareholders meetings, maintaining proper corporate governance practices, and adhering to specific reporting obligations, etc. The completion of all the required process and recognition by the authority make company registered organization or a legal person, which means the presence in the eyes of law is gained by the company. That's the formation of company, and such formation can be made only under the Companies Act. With that, I think we are well set to go to the third point, which is also on formation and closure of a company. We now know that company is legal person after getting registered. Here is the third and important nature and characteristics, that is, companies are formed or closed under Companies Act. From the first nature, we understood that there are many voluntary associations and not every such voluntary associations are companies. It is essential requirement that companies are formed or closed under Companies Act only. We have several steps in both formation and closure. While forming, we have to choose the company structure, reserve the company name, submit the memorandum of association as well as article of association, etc. and finally get registered by the registrar of the company. Every such thing is done as defined under the Companies Act. Likewise, while closing a company also, steps need to be taken as defined. Like for example, if it is a voluntary closure, steps like taking board's resolution, shareholders approval, statement of affairs, liquidating the assets, deregistration of company, etc. to be taken care. And if it is a compulsory closure, steps like insolvency, receivership or administration, and liquidation of assets, etc. to be completed as per the requirement of the Companies Act. In a nutshell, to be a company under the Companies Act, companies should be formed under Companies Act, and while closing such company legally, the requirements under the Companies Act to be taken care. That brings an end to our this discussion, and in our next class we shall discuss the next three nature and characteristics of the company. Till then, you guys take care, and for now I am handing over the presentation to little Nishan.
Life is a long race. We keep winning and losing, but never stop. With that, I am concluding this session. Please subscribe our channel. Please like, share and comment our videos. Thank you.